We're on live now.
Yeah.
Welcome everybody to the Tavern.
How are we doing today, everybody?
Once again, live from the PGA Show here in Orlando, Florida.
And we
Sunny
have
Orlando, Florida.
I just want to give a shout out, Red Flag Golfer.
He's over there on the side.
It's awesome meeting you. Leaving today? Well, we'll miss you.
You get everything duct taped back together? Okay.
She had a little bag problem with her travel bag, so
Yeah,
we'll
she's
just
looking
leave
for
it
a
So
bag
anybody
out there.
bags out there, Red Flag Golfer, she's looking for a new travel bag.
Yeah.
But we got a fun show for you today. We got
We
some
do.
great products on here. Back here, same studio, a little different setup today.
Different setup. We thought
we
this
had some
worked a little
feedback
better.
yesterday.
Yep.
Thanks for that feedback out there.
Hopefully, you're all enjoying it here. So today, a few different guests on here. Going to be the same format as yesterday. So if you're watching at home, please comment, ask questions, let us know what you want us to talk about here on the day. So I think with that,
I think we should start.
Let's
just jump right in.
We'll bring in our first guest here. So. Steve, I'll let you do that.
Yep. Angela, right?
Yes.
Yep, and Steve and Dave.
Steve and Dave.
All right.
So
What's up, everybody? So I am really excited about this product. We have Angela from CaddyTalk here with us. And if you are familiar with CaddyTalk and their rangefinder, they have the Cube rangefinder that has some really cool technology in it. Made a big splash last year here at the PGA Show.
That's correct.
And now you've got some updated stuff that's really cool. So, Angela, first off, how's the show going for you guys?
The show has been a ton of fun. We were here at Demo Day on Tuesday, so a lot of really cool responses. People saw the Cube on media advertisement, and they were really interested. Got to test it out in the open space. It was a great response. Came back yesterday, today, so it's been really good for us.
Nice.
That's where we saw you. We came out and saw you at Media Day,
Demo
at Demo Day, and it's just about the technology that you have in this rangefinder that solves a problem that most people don't think about.
Yeah, it is. So I'll get right to it.
Perfect.
Our CaddyTalk actually is developed and designed in Korea, and it comes in a nice, sleek box here, super protective. So the Cube, it's a little bit about the design. It's actually inspired by the Walkman, so it's a neutro design.
Oh, that's awesome.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's great.
As people that were born in the
80s.
70s and 80s, that is amazing.
Yes.
We love a good
nostalgia
Walkman story,
for you
yeah.
guys. So that's why it's boxy and it's silvers. It's not your typical rangefinder look. It's small. It's supposed to fit into the palm of your hand, which it does, and it also can just slip into your pocket. Super lightweight, so very transportable. No need to have something clunky with you. So let me just show you how the triangulation works.
Okay.
You got a little side panel LCD that will show you a little bit of notification on the slope mode or your yardages. Simply just turn it on with the power button, and you'll notice that it turns on. You'll see it light up in the viewfinder. And then if you want to do caddy mode, you can just basically hit the top and then the bottom, and you'll notice it goes into caddy mode. So the people who's watching from the side, maybe during tournament, they'll know that you're using caddy mode. And basically you just zap one point, zap another point, it'll jolt, and then it'll give you a third number.
Wow.
So,
Oh, even on the side there.
Even on the
even
side.
on
Oh,
the
that's
side.
great.
So you pin the first point, you get a little distance there. You quickly move over, pin the second, get a distance, and then it'll buzz and give you that third distance, which is the distance between.
So as we get older, as us dads are, and we're, our sight isn't the best, and, that actually is great that you can see it easily on the side of the rangefinder.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, so I live here in Central Florida, and even throughout the rest of the country where these guys live, this is a great device if you have cart path only.
Perfect.
Like,
yes.
so we get that a lot here. Like, you can have that at any point year round in Florida. So this is a way to help speed up play too. So you guys have really helping the golfer and changing and having an X factor in the golf industry now.
Exactly. It was developed because in Korea, you have to do card the entire time. So, it's annoying. You have to like bring a couple clubs over and go back and forth maybe. So it eliminates that process entirely. But you can also use triangulation for like getting the hazards, right? So in between hazards, bunker to bunker, you realize like, shoot, it's a little narrow down there, how much space I might have, or the front and back of the green. You notice a slope, you know that your ball's going to roll back a little, and you want to know how much. So it's been not just for card craft only and speeding up the game, but also some teaching professionals have been teaching their students on how to use it for their game, and how to just be a little more strategic about their shots. So it's kind of does a lot of everything. Yeah.
So, really, I want to ask some of the technical aspects of this because I know them, but I don't know if our viewers do. So the first question that I have is does it run on a battery? Because we've all been out there and have the battery die on us, or do you charge this and then how long? How does that work?
You do not need another battery. It's rechargeable. So
that's a big deal. That's
a great deal.
That's a great deal.
Yes. It has a little slot here. So if you flip this tab open, you'll get a USB-C port.
Nice.
And it comes with, it comes inside. So you get a black pouch there or a white pouch. And inside you'll have your rechargeable cable and a little belt clip that you want to keep it on your golf bag, you can loop it in and keep it on your golf bag as well. It lasts 10,000 actuations, so you can click it away 10,000 times before you have to recharge it.
So the front nine for me.
Yeah, that's when you're checking
essentially
5
never.
steps. But that's the great thing about this is that you've taken some things with an actual rangefinder that you can't do and have made it better. Like you took a product and found that niche of what's better than it. I didn't know that in certain areas you only have carts that you can drive and can't go to the area. Because here it's when it rains and it's wet, that this is perfect for that. But then what you also said about finding a bunker and the green and triangulating that, it has so many more features than just what you would think on the surface.
Correct. Yeah, it'll totally change up the game.
Is there? I know we talked about it on demo day. Can you tell what's the magnet function?
So
yes,
we have a magnet silicone case that's not released yet. It'll be out very soon, right after the PGA. It's not built into the device itself because it's usually the rechargeable rangefinders don't have that, and it's small, so it doesn't really pack into that small concept. So we have designed a silicone case with the magnet. Basically, it has a little groove where the magnet will slip in. You can attach that magnet to your rangefinder, or you can just leave it and just kind of slip it into this little area here, and it'll do the same thing. You stick it on your golf cart, and you're set to go.
That's a big thing. Steve he has all the.
I'm a big fan of things lined up on the cart frame. So speaker, phones,
so
there.
We'll go into your collection.
It should go perfect. I love that.
One thing that I will say that I thought was great with it is with a lot of rangefinders, the brightness and the target that you see in there with the numbers is either very thin, and sometimes when there's a glare, you can't see it. With yours, it's a crisp digital picture that's in there, so that, and you can focus in on it, but it gives you such a better target and aim point on there that I really love.
Thank you. Yeah, if we use the super clear lens, we do the best that we can to make golf easy and fun for all the users. So a lot of thought and design has been put into that, and the blurriness is adjustable, the focus is adjustable. It uses the 2 colors, so you don't have like a bunch of bright red lights, but it's a mix of red and green that kind of eats up on the eye a little bit. And you can set the brightness as well, 1, 2, and 3 levels.
You know what I think about this rangefinder? When I think about this rangefinder, and you look at rangefinders, and rangefinder technology is pretty much the same across the board. When you look from one to the next, everybody vibrates. Everybody, it's whether it's red or black or green in there in the optics. But if you have one, there's never really been a reason to upgrade because they're all the same.
Right.
You guys have made a rangefinder that gives the golfer a reason to upgrade their rangefinder.
Yes.
Like you guys have made hey, I have X rangefinder. We're not going to use other names, but we have X rangefinder out there, and I use it, and it's great. But this is giving you literally another piece of equipment and adding to that to make the golfing experience better. So this is a reason to upgrade your rangefinder. I've said all along, if you have a rangefinder, you really don't need to upgrade one. This is the reason to upgrade a rangefinder right here.
Yeah, that triangulation was when I first saw you come out with that technology and I saw the commercial for it, I was like, That's something I wish I've seen in a rangefinder because of those days when you're only in the cart, you can't drive on the course,
Right.
and you found that, and that's definitely
One less thing to carry over with you to your ball.
And I'm not going to forget it now. I can do it from the cart, and then when I walk over there, I'm not going to leave this on the ground. It's there. I can triangulate it, and boom, it stays with me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, it's awesome.
And it's very price friendly. It's retail $349.99. You'll get all of the technology that I just mentioned. In comparison to maybe a competitor rangefinder, it might be more than what you get.
That's a great price. I mean, for all of that, for $349 in the rangefinder market, like that is a steal when it comes to rangefinders.
And is that just on your website, or can they go into like PGA Superstore or Dick's or a big box store and find it?
So we do have some locations across the United States. We're in the talks with the big boxes right now, so we'll be there very soon. On the website, if you're a first-time customer, just sign up for our email. You'll get 10% off your first order, so it'll be a little cheaper than that even.
It sounded, what, $315 at that point?
Yeah,
Is it at CaddyTalk.com?
CaddyTalkUSA.com.
CaddyTalkUSA.com.
Yeah.
Well,
thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so
no
much,
problem.
Angela.
Thank you
Thank you for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And we will stop by before we leave, before you guys all head out.
Please do.
Yes.
Please do.
It's great talking to you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you for
you.
joining
Thank
us
you.
today.
Have a great
Thank you.
day.
Have a great rest of your day.
So, just an amazing, you talk about new products that are out here at the PGA Show. That's something like Steve said, it's not something you look at upgrading. You have a rangefinder. But this brings a whole new level to the rangefinder game and being able, cart path only, walking, getting the distance, bunker to green.
Well, I love technology.
Yes.
And so anytime, like what Steve was saying there, you can take a technology that's out there. It's great technology. We all use rangefinders. Everyone throws them in their bag.
Yeah.
But now, when I can't use a rangefinder at times, because I'm going to throw them and use it, I can triangulate because I can't take stuff out there. This takes that to the next level. This is a reason to upgrade your rangefinder.
And it's a market that really doesn't have, like, you get one and you're like, okay. And I mean, how many people out there already have like an original rangefinder? Like, I'll say the Bushnell Patriot Pack. That I feel like everybody had, and whether you're putting your batteries in it or this, that, and the other, it's unbelievable to just find something. One, it's rechargeable. 10,000 clicks.
That's a big thing that I don't think most people realize. Is how many of us have been on a golf course? You got your rangefinder, and all of a sudden you're like, what? I don't have that giant bulky battery that you got to buy and can never find.
Right.
Like, well, and I'll say this, all the carts now are coming with USB connectors in.
Yeah.
So even if you die on the golf course with that, just keep a USB-C in your golf bag.
Yeah.
I mean, how many of us have iPhone chargers, iPhone cords in our golf bag now, just throwing around the golf course because we're listening to music? Like, this is an easy way to get that fixed. You get that taken care of, and boom, you're back in the game. Not your battery died and you're like, I don't know what to do because I don't have a battery. So, but no, it's really good.
So, speaking about game improvements.
Somebody
just walked by. He's sitting over here on the side, and if he wants to jump in, Gary, you want to come on really quick?
Gary, friend of the show, been
friend
on
of the
before.
show, been on before.
Hey, Gary. Good to see you in person this time.
I know.
This
Not
is
on camera.
awesome. Gary DeSalvo from Popsicles.
I mean, awesome. Is
Now.
She was commenting on our live show.
She was.
So she loves the show.
We love anybody that loves the show. Let's be real. Like, anybody that loves us, we love. So, first off, it's great to meet you in person this week.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
you sent me a text earlier today, and why don't we talk about it? Gary's with Popsicles. Sorry, we haven't said it.
He just happened to be walking by, and we kind of pulled him in.
It happens every once in a while in this group. But Gary, you have some huge news.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why don't you share that with us?
Yeah, so I kind of alluded to it when we were on the show last, but obviously we're sunglasses, right? I mean, here you go.
Well, there we go.
Where the camera is. They're compact, which is cool, but these are specifically made for golf.
Yep.
Right? And so one thing we noticed a lot, we mentioned on the show, is that people are immediately seeing the difference as soon as they put them on, but like, what does that mean?
What model is this?
That is Pop Star, I believe.
Pop Star.
Yeah, look at that. Rockstar, huh?
All right.
So
Dave's making fun of me now.
That's the ones I have. That's the
yeah.
ones I have that I like. So
yeah, so they you immediately see something different. You guys comment on that. And so what does that mean? So we actually engaged with Dr. Craig Farnsworth, putt doctor. He's really well known and has quite the roster, major champions and so forth. But he's also an optometrist, so help us understand better what we're seeing when you're wearing these glasses and how to apply it. And so not only did we get Dr. Farnsworth's endorsement, he helped us build what we call the Night F Golf Learning Center, which is a series, basically a bunch of different articles, 10 or so different articles to start. And there's 3 or 4 just particularly on the glasses themselves. Like now that you're seeing, we're removing that saturation of the green.
Yeah.
You know, how do I apply that to my putting? How do I apply that to what I'm doing?
You might not get these back.
Yeah.
looking good.
Yeah.
And then he also
We need something to wear at home, dude. I'm sorry.
These are these are super comfortable.
Yeah,
They really are. It's clingy, you know, you're not feeling that cling like on the side over the ears. So as I'm just sitting here rocking the popsicles while
I wear my sunglasses inside. That's Dave's line.
Yeah.
Well,
It's not nighttime, but yeah.
You can see with them. Well, yeah, and he also sprinkled some putting tips in for us too, guys, that he gets to the pros. So
Hey, any chance to get, I mean, that's always going to help any of us. So no, that's awesome. So, is this your first time here at the PGA Show?
It is, and it's kind of amazing. I mean, this is impressive. The whole operation.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
And you don't have a booth here this year. You're just walking around, doing some meet and greets, and getting yourselves
getting a feel,
getting yourselves out there a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know, what do you think of the overall experience of the PGA Show?
Yeah, I think first of all, it's incredible. I mean, there's so many different, obviously, vendors that are out here, right? And the way they put on their booths is impressive. That's a good learning experience for us. See what's working, which ones are full, which ones aren't, right?
Yeah.
It's also easy to get lost in here, man. You could be walking for 20, 30 minutes just from one booth to another, and you're looking for somebody. So the enormity of it is pretty impressive. Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you stopping by.
Yeah, it's great. It's great to meet you.
Showing off the glasses. Great to see you in person.
Yeah. I'm going to grab something and bring it right back to you. Dana sent a gift for you. She feels bad. These guys are always picking on you. So I'm going to go to the bag and I'm going to grab a little gift.
And walking by right now, we see another one of our friends.
Yeah.
Coming by here from the show.
We're telling people just jump on in.
It's
and have it.
I like that.
Today.
Thanks for having me. How's it going?
What's up, guys?
I love the shirts.
Lots here for you guys. Hey, guys.
Hey, this is Nate from
Nate hasn't been on our show
Oh,
yet. His amazing wife has been.
Lindsay
so
has,
Lindsay
for sure.
has been on our show, and great show, great product,
Thank
great
you guys.
company,
Thank
great
you.
people.
You
Like,
tell your media team they can come in and take pictures.
yeah,
They're coming
Oh, there we go.
in. There you go.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Well, guys, thanks for having me.
Oh,
yeah.
First podcast, too. This is awesome.
Nice.
It was Lindsay's too, right? When
This
she
is
came
Lindsay's
on.
first podcast. Now it's mine. This
There
is
you go.
great.
So let's start
Start
with
something.
first off, where's your booth here on the show floor?
Yeah, so we're booth 5,888. So 5888.
5888. I like it. That's easy to remember.
Yep.
You guys are a children's clothing company, right? Like children's golf clothing company.
Correct. Right. So we're a junior golf clothing company
Yep.
for both boys and girls.
Yep.
And we just focus on sensory friendly golf wear.
Yep.
That's a great thing. A lot of people don't focus on that. We talked about that with your wife. Is that sensory friendly clothing wear makes a big difference. If you have kids, you understand.
Sure. I mean, nobody wants to wear anything that doesn't feel good. I don't want to wear something that I don't like.
Yeah.
Why would I make my kids wear something that they don't like? Right.
Yep.
So it's a pretty simple concept that we feel like
But yet you're wearing a sport coat.
I am.
So
So
the
that's
with the hoodie. I'm
Yeah.
digging
The
this.
sport-
Actually,
like
this cut
like
today.
I went with like the sport coat T-shirt, like Johnny Cash T-shirt to our
Yes.
holiday party this year. But I am digging this hoodie look.
we
Like,
got. It's funny you mentioned. So this is the next. We're moving this way next, right? So this is actually just a cardigan jacket, kind of a sweatshirt material with a hoodie, and we're doing the same thing for boys, right? So coming soon will be kind of a more upscale or down, however you want to do it. You can put the club logo on it. Just take it to a nice club event, and we'll have hoodies as well. So
Nice.
kind of mix and match and play with it as you like.
that's
So I
awesome.
see you brought a couple
Yeah.
shirts with you here.
I did bring some shirts for you guys. I want to pass these around. This is our putter boy. Take a look at
Putter
this.
boy.
We got a big tournament coming in our neck of the woods here in June, right? So That's for the U.S. Open, kind of an exclusive.
No, it's not going to fit. And what I love about this
Hold on, let me put it on.
is you have your logo
That's
right
right.
on the back of the shirt. I don't know how well that's picking up, but yeah, their logo right on the back of the shirt. And, having talked to your wife and then just coming up and feeling the material,
Yeah.
it's almost as close as some of the stuff that you're getting for adults.
Yeah.
I think it's better.
Yeah.
I think it's better.
Yeah, sure. So we try to. It's a high quality product. We're not trying to, leave the kids, hanging with, lower tier fabrics. So that's kind of our standard athletic cut for kids. The other one I like to brought. This is our Uncle Arnie line. This is kind of our, heritage version with the tartan.
I love that.
Right. But if you look at this has kind of got an old school longer placket, one extra button, and the nice little pocket there. So just a little touch of flair.
That's
Right.
great.
So yeah, a lot of things coming.
Having met you yesterday here, literally right here, I'm going to say this. I didn't think I'd hear the word flair come out of your mouth. I like it.
I'm learning, right? So I'm used to the equipment side of things for my business. Now I'm learning the soft goods and I'm learning all the lingo.
So what's been your favorite thing so far that you've experienced here at the show?
I mean, it's all been great, but I would say the networking is definitely very, very good, right? So I think everybody has their avenue. We know what they're doing, but just to meet everybody, right, and make connections has been great.
No, awesome.
We're all out here to help each other. That's the best part about it.
That's right. I mean, it does seem like, everyone is helping each other grow. It's
Greg, hold on. You have your back, but there was a man that wall down over here that just happened. Fortunately, somebody caught it before it hit their head.
Oh, no.
The show floor is right behind us, folks. So anything can happen.
Yeah,
right?
anything can happen.
Yeah.
But I see, we're not going to call anybody out here, but I see you got your media team.
They could have come over here and got closer. You guys could have gotten
come on
closer
in.
and got pictures. You guys could have come in here and taken pictures. It's okay.
Okay, we'll put Nate on camera. We'll stand over there.
So but you don't see guys. Mine is our media team, but actually Lindsay's best friends from high school. So
Yeah.
we are really a family and friend business. It's a lot of
But
fun.
it was a pleasure meeting you and your wife face to face and seeing you here on the show floor.
You guys have been awesome. So
Getting some hands on with your shirts and your product. And
if you've got any new stuff that's coming out, let us know.
Yeah.
We'll definitely have you guys on.
Guys,
again.
thanks
So,
for having us.
Yeah.
And for everybody out there, if you're interested, it's bearthepalmsc.com.
There you go.
BearThePalmSC.com.
Awesome. Hey, guys, thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate
It was
you.
awesome.
Thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you for the hangover kit. That was great.
Yes.
Our hangover kits are making their way around
Making
here.
the way
Tavern
around.
hangover kits.
Well, that Tavern hangover kit. Well, we're gonna keep the show right on rolling.
Keep it rolling.
Yeah.
Keep it rolling. Yes.
Those are two pop-up surprise guests we really weren't expecting today. Between Gary and Nate, nice of them.
And now this one was planned. We knew this was a plan. This was a planned meeting. So
let's welcome him in here. I'll get us.
yeah, let's welcome him in.
Over live, I heard. Good.
Yeah.
Showing your putters right now. We're going to be on in a second.
Just give me a
If you
quick
want to stand up.
10 seconds what you want to talk about.
Just like you just going. So, all right.
What's up? Welcome back, everybody.
Yeah. Welcome back.
Dave's going to be our hand model for this one.
We got,
I didn't cut my nails. That's awesome.
So we've got Mike here. Makefield Putters. I wanted to say Mark, and I knew it wasn't. I was like, Mike.
If you're with Makefield, you say Mike. There's three of us there. You're really gonna.
Okay,
somebody
that
out
works.
there.
Odds are
All
pretty
right,
good.
perfect.
You guys were new here. Was it last year or the year before?
22.
22. Okay. And I found your putters interesting because there's some different technology in your putters that doesn't exist in other putters that are out there. And so things like adjustable weighting through the whole putter.
Yep.
So can you talk about that?
Absolutely. So to jump on that, I brought our brand new thing, our brand new putter, the VSF.
Okay.
Just made its debut Tuesday at Demo Day.
Okay.
And I also brought the OG, the original design.
I hit that
VS.
earlier.
Yeah. That one, the VS, actually, Braden Shattuck used it last year to win the National Club Pro Championship.
Oh, great.
So that putter last year made its debut in the Major Championship at the PGA at Oak Hill.
The PGA at Oak Hill, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, back to the neat stuff about our putter.
Yep.
Yeah.
So unlike most other companies, our putter, everyone, whether it's the VS, VSF, TF Tour, or the TFX, they're all designed, which I feel like Ed Rendell.
Camera's right up there.
Camera's there.
From Philadelphia, Ed Rendell, our former mayor, was like, "Oh, which camera?" There's one camera right there.
We know that look.
Sorry, Mayor. But all of our putters are built to rest flush to the green.
Okay.
So as long as it fits you, this putter will sit proper. So there's no more guesswork for the average golfer. Well, where do I keep my hands?
Yeah.
You do what you do. We're going to fit you to fit the putter to you. So
Perfect.
with that being said, our lie angles go from 66 to 79.
Okay.
So that's one neat feature, I think, for the average player.
And I just want to touch on this. Having been fit for a putter, I know that my putter is 3 degrees flat. So it's nice that you can say, hey, let's go your standard, and then you can go off of that, and you can order. So I do, when I've preached, getting fit for a putter is important. It's probably more important than getting fit for a driver because it's going to help you score better.
Yes.
Yeah,
you're going to use this hopefully only 29 times around.
Hopefully, yep.
And the driver half as much.
Yes.
Unless you're short like me and you hit on 18 holes.
Okay.
And maybe a couple off the fairway or fives.
Or putting.
Just a little thing. There is no standard, so to speak.
Yeah.
The industry standard's around 70.
Yep.
We just like to call them numbers. 66 up to 74,
Yep.
and then 79 for the broomstick putters.
Yep.
So, yes, lie angle is super important.
Yep.
You don't want to have this or that.
Right.
All right, so, and we can also fit for length. Every one of our fitting putters has it here over at the demo day, the length and the lie angle.
Okay.
Other neat things about our putter, all of our weights, whether it's the original or the new one, all of our weights are at the center of the putter, which is where the golf ball is. So it's going to match the equator of the ball.
Okay.
A lot of manufacturers have the weights down low, and those that have adjustable weights are all down low. Our engineer Everett, this is actually correct. I've seen it on the Quintic with the weights here. It drives the ball more this way, and therefore it's less likely to get up in the air.
Puts less backspin on the ball.
We don't want much backspin.
No.
Not any.
No,
Maybe
no.
on a chip shot.
No,
wedge.
but yeah, and should reduce bouncing.
So our putter on the Quintic skids less and goes to forward roll sooner than just about every putter we've tested.
That's what I felt when I hit the putter with you earlier.
You can feel it.
You feel it immediately that it's just a pure roll right off the face. Like, it's an amazing feel.
I'm also a teaching pro, and some of my better players made this statement. I don't want to scare your audience, but and even Michael Brown, one of our sales rep, when you hit it and look up, the ball is actually a little bit further out than it was with his old putter.
Okay.
So I don't want to scare anybody, but we have the longest putter in golf. You looked at me like I had 3 heads, which is fine.
Okay.
All that means to me as a teaching pro, if I can make a 2-foot stroke to make the golf ball go 2.5 feet, isn't that better?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're making less motion to make it go a little bit further.
Yep.
It's not super long, but it's going to roll. It's not going to go up in the air and bounce. So ours is going to skid less, roll sooner. It's going to stay on line better, and therefore improving distance control.
That's great because, and you feel it right off the face. And you even have the mill in the front of your putter as well. Is different than anything that I've seen there.
I'm going to get up and show this to the
Yeah.
camera.
Oh,
So
yeah,
talk about
100%.
okay. Yeah, no.
Because the one thing that I felt from it, as soon as I hit contact, I didn't feel like it was off the toe or the heel or anything like that. It felt pure and it rolled pure. And it was every putt that I hit. Like, it was consistent all the way through.
So as a teaching pro, I mess around when I met Everett 2.5 years ago. I intentionally hit it heel, hit it toe, hit it center, and they all seem to go about the same distance.
Yeah.
And they all kind of feel the same. What he just showed was radial cusp face technology. If you were to expand that face and magnify it umpteen times, they're all little tiny points that no matter where they catch a dimple on a ball, it's going to impart this.
Okay.
So much so that even the inventor of Quintic last year when he hit it on his machine was, I'm not going to do a British accent without the help of alcohol, but
Unfortunately, we
You
don't
are
have
the
any here
Tavern.
today. This
Yeah.
is the Tavern. We don't have any.
I'll see you guys. Thanks. Appreciate your time.
It was great.
But he was so impressed. He even tried to hit it. Can I say shit?
Yeah.
He tried to hit it like shit, and it still had positive RPMs. He's like, "What have you done here? This thing's beautiful." I did it.
There you go.
It's an accident.
It was good. It was
Sorry.
good. Well, and the one thing that I also like is I like a mill putter versus some of the inserts because I feel some of the inserts feel jumpy off that. But you were talking about how it rolls better. It does not feel jumpy off of this. It feels like a pure putter.
Before I fell in love with this and was introduced to Everett Farr, I was with another company out of Philadelphia who was making putters that I love but it was with inserts. And I'm caddying for the inventor's son at a big prestigious Philadelphia amateur event, and I kept hearing the ball like click. The insert came loose.
Wow.
The insert came loose. It's
Oh
not
boy,
good.
no.
Not an event too, of all places.
So, but yes, this is all aluminum. Everything's milled. You might think, well, aluminum's lightweight, but these ports there's tungsten, little bullets, there's steel and aluminum. So you can make it as light or as heavy as you wish. If you're one of those players who constantly, say, leaves the face open at impact or has a flaw, and you don't want to come see your local PGA Pro and fix that flaw, then we're going to load up the heel, much like you would with a driver if you were a slicer. Just load the heel up, and let's help that thing close down.
Yeah.
Most of our fittings that we do in Ben Salem, 90-95% are all standard weights. But if you're that one person who just can't close the face, then Mike, I'm not going to take lessons. I play once a week, fix it with technology, then boom, we're going to load up the heel or toe depending on your.
And you're one of the few companies that can fix it with technology that's out there.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, that's huge in the putter industry where somebody can get really that same feeling and that same technology that tour players are getting and being custom fit by being able to do it themselves even, which is even crazier.
I'm going to do this PC. Every product that we make, let's just say you were to buy a putter that Tiger Woods or whoever uses.
Yes.
You might not, as a off the rack, be buying the same exact putter that he uses.
Right.
Every putter we make is made for you. It's made for the National Club Pro. It's made for whoever's using it. They're all the same. There's nothing different when you get this is a professional putter. All of our putters are properly professionally made, and they're all pretty much awesome.
And we love that. We love that you have that product that everyone uses the same thing. Everyone's out there, and it makes it just so much more fun out there. And like you said, as a PGA Pro out there, go see a PGA Pro if you need help with your game out there. That's what they're there for, and they know what they're talking about.
Yeah. Years ago, I was playing Cleveland equipment, and I said to my buddy, because I tend to miss left with my driver, I said, Pat, can you make me a driver that's flat like BJ's saying, really flat, get the face open? He goes, yeah, qualify for the PGA Tour, and you'll get one of those.
Yeah.
Well, for your home, you ain't got to be to get your hands on a really, really properly made, fitted mill or just a great part of the same one that you might have seen in use at the PGA Championship last year at Oak Hill.
Perfect.
Yeah, man.
Hey,
Well,
Mike,
all right, guys.
Mike,
thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
There's a question here, left-handed.
Oh, thank you, Robert.
Yeah.
So every putter we have 5 putters.
He's a PGA Pro too.
Thank you,
so-
Robert.
NBA.
29,000. Robert, where are you from?
He's in Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. Go see John Aber at Sewickley or Allegheny.
He used to work at Bob used to work at Allegheny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call John. He has an account. Everything we make in righty, we make in lefty. We have 5 different heads. There's 2 different spots you can put the shafts. In the heel for a slant neck, in the heel for a double bend, or in the center for a center shaft. All of our heads are righty, and we also have every single option in lefty. And one of our sales team is a lefty, so he kind of made that a point.
He said, okay, he will.
I got his number, but I'm sure you do too. Sorry about the Steelers, but the Eagles suck too. Steelers.
All right, Mike.
Thanks
Thank
for
you for
stopping
your
by
time.
today.
Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate
Hi,
it. You came here with 2. You're going to leave with 1. Okay, cool.
Tell you what, there have been a little trick right there. I might have left both of them.
See you, Mike. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
thanks,
you're
Bill.
good.
And speaking of fittings,
Fittings.
we always
We
talk
just
about,
left we just left a meeting about fittings.
So everybody talks about club fittings, whether it's driver, irons, putter fitting is just as important, but not a lot of people talk about getting fit for a golf ball. And so we're to bring on.
Let's welcome to the show. All right, well.
Thanks for having me.
Oh yeah, thank you.
This is Adam
Thanks,
from Bridgestone.
Yep.
Yes.
Adam from Bridgestone. And the funny part is where we're sitting, this wall that's right behind us, right behind that is actually Bridgestone.
Yeah,
so
Move
we
this
can
wall
throw a
down.
golf
We
ball.
could have
we
just.
could throw a golf ball.
Chip shots over the wall.
Exactly.
We had a wedge yesterday. We could hit chip shots.
That's
over
true.
the wall.
Yeah.
It's a little half wedge. Yeah.
But Adam, you're here to talk about
Some new
things.
technology.
Yeah. So we're excited to launch the new Torby series, which features the RX and RXS, and then the X and XS.
I'll take these up there to show
Yeah,
them.
perfect. Yeah. And so still the same ball fitting process. There's 2 balls that are made for under 105 swing speed, the RX and RXS. And then the over 105 swing speed for the X and XS. And each ball in each category is built to have a distance-oriented model, the X and the RX, and then a more spin-oriented model in the S models, the XS and the RXS. So
Nice.
balls the fitting kind of mechanism is still the same, but technology-wise, there's two things I want to get to. One, the technology on the inside of the golf ball, and then secondly, on the outside, which we're very excited about. So I'll quickly go through the
I'm going to take one of these out so we can. Is this one
Yes.
of? Yes, it is.
Oh,
Okay.
it says it right on there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We're going to want to show it off here when you get to that. So
Oh, yeah,
we'll
yeah.
get up and show it off when you get to
So
it.
the Reactive X system is the new technology on the inside of the golf ball. We still feel like we are innovative as a material science company. Bridgestone Tire, obviously. We work with polymers and rubbers. So we still feel like there's innovation on the inside of the golf ball. We're always trying to stretch that slope of greenside spin high and then driver spin low and ball speed. So we're trying to switch that. In the 2000s and late 90s, if you wanted more greenside spin, you kind of got driver spin too. But now we're able to kind of offset that and keep the spin low on driver and the spin around the greens. And that's what the Reactive X system does. There's a new mantle layer, the accelerant mantle layer that's on the inside that is new, and it kind of works in tandem with the cover, the Reactive IQ cover. So that's the system. It's kind of an equation of Reactive IQ cover and the accelerant mid layer working together. But I'm really excited to kind of talk about mindset.
Yes.
And mindset is a new breakthrough approach. It helps you separate analytical thoughts from athletic performance. So as you see on the golf
Dave.
ball, there is a marking,
Closer,
a
Dave.
cue of the golf ball.
Okay.
So what you're looking at is something that is allowing you to get in a better mindset over the golf ball, hence the word mindset. So as you saw, there's 3 markings on the golf ball. There's a red, a yellow, and then a green circle. The red one is the first step, and that's identify your target. And so what you're doing is you're gathering all the information over the shot, the distance, the wind, the slope, everything you need from an information standpoint to hit that shot. Secondly, you're going to narrow down to the yellow, and that is the visualization. So you're going to actually visualize the shot. This is the one sometimes your everyday golfer skips, right? They know what club to hit, they bring data. Oh, it's 155 yards. I'm going to hit a little 8-iron. And then they don't visualize the shot they're about to hit. They just walk up and hit. I'm going to hit it 150 yards. So visualization is for Jason Day, who helped us immensely during this process in making this. For him, he actually closes his eyes. He closes his eyes and he visualizes the shot like a movie, like he's watching himself hit that shot. For some people, it may be seeing a shot tracer line. It may be rehearsing the swing a little bit.
Closer.
So visualizing that shot is super important. And then lastly, you're going to narrow down to the green dot. And what the green dot is focus on the green dot to execute the shot. So you've really identified your target, visualized, and you're set up to be successful. Because a lot of times we've done it before, right? Where we get over a shot, you're not really thinking anything. And then you hit it and you're like, what did I do there? And you didn't really set yourself up to hit a very good and successful shot. When we talked to Tiger about this too, he helped us consult on some of this as well. And he says he hears it all the time with his pro-am days and junior golf. He plays a lot of junior golf with Charlie, obviously. And the guys will hit a shot and they'll say, man, I knew I was going to do that. And he just says, I can't believe that you think you would know you're going to do that. You have to be in the state of mind to hit a good shot. Like, be confident, know your target and what you're going to hit. Get the I knew I was going to do that out of there. So the mindset process just kind of separates that analytical thoughts that you should have before the shot with the athletic performance of letting it all go out and hitting the shot, which is the green dot.
So it's kind of a reminder to get you to focus.
Yes.
When you're up there. But a lot of people, like, you get up there, you hit the ball. You get up there, you hit the ball. And like you said, they don't think about those steps. And this is kind of bringing that all together as one thing. So you're not overthinking, like, oh, did I leave the dryer on? Did I do this thing? I'm focusing on this point right here, and that's what I'm going for.
For that 15 seconds that you're in your shot, be in the shot. Exactly. Where you're going to hit your best one. And that visual cue is that reminder to do that and narrow that focus down to hit your best shot and quit thinking about the hot dog at the turn or
So
the
I need to
six-pack
get
of beer.
down to 15 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, Jason Goldsmith, which is Jason Day's performance coach, keeps up with his performance in this aspect of his game. And he says that sometimes he gets too long in his process, and that's not good.
Yeah.
And sometimes he gets slow or too quick, and that's him not gathering enough data and committing to the shot. So there's a fine, we don't want people to slow down. We want them to speed up and be purposeful about their shot.
I think what we talked about earlier is we got to use this golf ball the other day. And what I liked about it was from the driver's standpoint.
Right.
Setting myself up, having that kind of target on there.
Yep.
And it's not just a putting aid, which a lot of times is what people think on there. This actually helps you all the way through the hole.
Yep.
So it's a great way to just start off and get your mind in that right mindset.
Yeah, exactly. We got a great video of Jason, and he plays an entire par 5. And so you see him tee off with it, hit a layup shot, and hit an approach, and then make a putt. And so those two in the middle, obviously, the mark, you can't touch the ball, right? Just play it down. So he talks about the way that you continue to use it and use the process, even when you can't have ball in hand.
That's perfect. You have that playing over in your window there. We got to see that. Is that on your website as well?
Yep. If you scan this QR code, it'll take you right to it.
Yeah.
Awesome. So let me ask you, when we met a little earlier, you talked about when you guys are adding this process, and this is obviously, while it's an accessory to the golf ball, we'll call it, is probably the best way to describe it. How long does it take you guys at Bridgestone? And you guys are, one of the best golf ball manufacturers on the planet. It's a golf ball I like to play. How long does it take you guys to come up and add this to the golf ball and come up with this process? Like, is it like an overnight thing, or?
No, this one's a unique one because it's something that my counterpart at Bridgestone, Elliot Mello, who's our ball.
I know, I've met Elliot here before, He
has actually worked on this for a long, in the span of 5 years.
Okay.
Now, it's not because it's just we wanted to make sure we figured it out.
Yep.
So 5 years ago, it was quiet eye or focus zone, and we had all these ideas. And if you go to our booth, there's a section where it shows the evolution of the actual marking.
Yep.
We had dots all in a row, dots in a triangle. We tried all these different things, and every year we got a little closer and closer. And then in the last 24 to 18 months is when we really felt comfortable enough to show it to our golf pros. And so we brought it out to Jason Day and Tiger and all these, showed it to them to get feedback. And Jason was like, man, this is really cool. I'm something like this, and I would like to have something on the ball to keep it every time. So if a pro needs something like that on the top, and he's been using it at a couple events now that it's on the conforming list, he thinks it'll be really good for the amateur everyday golfer to have something to kind of keep them in. So to answer your question, the last 18, 24 months was ramping up. We knew this was a thing, but we had this in the back of our mind and been working on with consumers for, it's close to 5 years. And, obviously when the pandemic happened, we shifted our focus on making product because the game was blowing up. So mindset was in the R&D vault for a little bit. And then we brought it back and we really liked it. And, this year he was super helpful in the design of the colors, him, especially Goldsmith, which is his performance coach. Like I said, he helped us with this red, yellow, green process and really narrowing down to the green. And it was super helpful to get their feedback because, we looked at it for 3 or 4 years and you think we kind of know what we're doing. And you get a fresh mind in there of a guy who's done it on an elite level. And it just
won a major.
Exactly.
He's a major winner.
And then he just kind of puts it in a different perspective and helped out a lot.
Well, I think it's a great process that a lot of people don't realize. You're going to start with something. You're going to think it's great.
Yeah.
But then you're going to evolve it over time.
Exactly.
And get it to the point where you're at here.
Exactly.
And it's great that you show that back there because it's not just, hey, we're going to take this idea and put it out there and then evolve it and sell you the next brand. You evolved it and made sure it was right, and then you brought it to market.
Yeah, we quite frankly, we could have launched this 2 years ago with the other Tour V, but we just didn't. We didn't have it where we wanted it,
And something very interesting on this is a lot of these things. Normally, when golf brands do this, they launch them with their lower line of golf balls, their introductory line of golf balls.
Yeah.
You guys went right to the tour line with this. Why did you do that?
So when we started doing this testing, we found that this is a better player process, right? And every golfer should be doing it, but we found that the better player, say 8 and down, really understood it and said, yeah, I'm doing something like this, so this is really good.
Yeah.
Now, it's not for just a better player,
Yeah.
but we understand that the better player influences a lot, like Jason Day.
Right.
We consider him a better player. So obviously he influences a lot of like what other people do. So everyday golfers, and in the video you'll hear Goldsmith, and he says, like, I really think this would be better for the everyday. You guys are looking for minimal, minute changes to get you a half a stroke better over 72 holes. Whereas an everyday golfer, like we've discussed, when they're looking at the cart girl coming up with a hot dog, you may blow one out of bounds on one shot and, you know, wreck
Or
their
buzz
round.
the tower as he's done
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
Exactly.
'cause
Nearly
what's-
killed the cart girl one
What's
time.
really nice about this is the mindset isn't dependent on evolution of golf ball technology.
Yeah, yeah.
And you can have this, and this can go on, you know, your golf balls, you know, moving forward, you know, as the evolution of golf balls is going to change over the next couple of years. You know, this process
Right.
is going to be there.
Yes.
No matter, you weren't waiting on the technology to catch up to the ball here. You were
Yeah.
just waiting on the right time to do this. You can implement this on your technology, your ball technology, your dimple pattern going forward without losing anything else.
Right, exactly. And it's available without mindset or with mindset. The Tour B, we launched it with both, and we're pumped about it. And the feedback has been great. Like the sell-in, the green grass, and Kels loved it, but you never really know until you put it out there in front of everybody.
Yeah.
And we did a lot of prototype testing in a small scale, which was good feedback, but then you never know until you go out to demo day and you come here, and the feedback has been amazing. And at demo day, everybody wanted a mindset sample even over the other one. So we ran out of those very quickly.
Yeah.
because everybody
We noticed that when we walked
wanted,
over there.
we want the dot, we want the marking. Everybody was calling it something different. So we're just super excited.
The one thing that I think that your brand does better than anybody else is you don't just have like one or two versions.
Right.
You try to fit two people's games
Right.
with a golf ball, and you talk about fitting a golf ball,
Yeah.
which I think most people miss out on. And you have, well, and Steve's holding one of them, 4 different lines in this
Yeah.
core version that they're not just about like feel and things like that. It's about swing speed
Yeah.
and everything. You take everything into a factor when you're trying to get something to the right golf ball.
It's not just a make a Tiger and Jason Day and pass it down to you.
Exactly.
We want you to play the ball that fits your game. And, you know, that's a pretty broad statement, but it's true. It's exactly what we think. And so we're kind of a consumer-facing brand first, and then we happen to make balls for the highest level for the tour players. So we do focus a lot of energy and effort on RX and RXS, on E12, on E9. There's a lot of R&D. It's not just a pickup every 2 years and let's relaunch these. There's a lot of consumer testing. A lot of ball fitting helps us as well. Getting all that data from ball fitting is a huge R&D tool to where at the end of the year we look and we have to follow trends of drivers and irons. I mean, the ball is influenced by, MOI is such a big catchword this year, right, with the drivers, and they're getting that 10K MOI and talking about that. So, as we develop golf balls, now you can, increase spin because driver spins are going down. So you can make a ball more flexible in its performance just based on other equipment. So ball fitting data helps us. Consumer data helps us. We just happen to also make balls for Jason Day and Tiger Woods.
Yeah, there you go. So
Let's ask this question. I'm going to throw it out there, and it's been the white elephant in the room in the golf ball business for a few weeks now. I'm going to ask the question. I'm not a proponent of it. I don't agree with it, but
here we go.
The golf ball.
Let's do this. Let's talk about it.
The golf ball rollback.
Yeah.
Where do you guys stand on it? What do you? My opinion is this game is already hard enough, especially for the amateurs. And I feel like if you take 5 or 10 yards even away from the amateurs, it is going to really hurt them. Where does Bridgestone stand on that? Where do you personally stand on it if you can't speak on behalf of the
personally,
company?
do we have time to talk about that? All right. So from Bridgestone standpoint, we're partners of the USGA and RNA. We had meetings with them this week, and we do think they are totally looking out for the betterment of the game as a whole. With that being said, we do wish that.
Hi, Adam.
With that being said, we do wish that they would have done nothing. That was our first stance. Just leave it alone. The game is healthy and it's good. And then our second stance would have been bifurcation, where you leave the amateur golf ball alone And then the elite level is where there might be actually the biggest problem. Obviously, they went with option 3 of rolling the ball back in both. And that was in consideration with a same set of rules for everybody.
Yeah.
And again, you heard my order of what we'd have liked to have had.
Yeah.
So, but with that moving forward, we're doing our best. We're an innovative company. It kind of maybe resets the golf ball landscape to where we can innovate, and we're confident with our engineers and that we're going to compete in that space. And maybe it reshuffles the board of what people think, and they realize that ball fitting is now even more important than it was before. Like, oh my goodness, if I'm going to be rolled back, I better make sure it's optimized. So, was that corporate and nice enough?
That was
That was good. I appreciate that.
I know Steve's wanted to ask an actual ball manufacturer about that.
So before that ends up in my pocket there.
I've got my own opinion on the side. Maybe we can talk about that.
Okay.
It's not far away from what we believe in Bridgestone, but it's been a big talking point for sure. When I came to the company 12 years ago, it was being talked about.
Yeah.
So this has been talked about for a long time in the USGA. They've been very transparent about what they're doing and what they're thinking. So it's not a surprise. And if any of the OEMs act like it's a surprise, it's not.
No.
There's a lot of shock from them, and I think that's maybe put out there on purpose. But they've been in communication with us, and this has somewhat been, I don't mean to say a long time coming, but they've been discussing and doing a lot of testing over the years. But like I said, you heard my 1, 2, 3 stance.
I'm with we should have left it alone.
Yeah.
I don't think we should go any further. I think we're healthy where we are right now.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are always going to want to go further because that's what you do.
Yeah.
But I feel like the game is healthy where it is. If we leave it where it is, I feel like this is really good for where it is right now, and go from there.
Right.
I also think there's a combination. I mean, it's getting to the point now where,
Steve off his soapbox.
shaft, club head matchups, and everything else. There's a lot more to it than just a golf ball. So
No, totally.
But I will say, at the end of the day, you guys are still making great golf.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're gonna hunker down, and there
There's
is
a Florida term for you.
yeah. That's my North Florida coming out of you.
Yeah.
But we're there's a limit now. There's a limit where it is now. They're moving it down, so we're going to innovate right up into that limit when it comes out in 2030 for us.
Yeah.
2028 for the elite amateurs and professional golfers.
Awesome.
Well, Adam, thanks for taking the
Thank you
time.
for taking the time joining
and
us
stopping
today.
by today.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for having me on.
Yeah, we appreciate it. We appreciate you stopping by.
Let me know if you need any more golf
And,
balls.
all right.
We got you.
Bridgestone, you can find Bridgestone Golf, pretty much all your major box stores. Can you go to your website and get them?
BridgestoneGolf.com. Oh, yeah.
Which
You'll
you
get
have
fitted on the website.
And
You'll get fitted on the
ball
website.
fitting
You have
right
the
on the
best
web.
ball fitting out there.
Yeah.
So there's 2 different ways to do it, and I love going to PGA events and getting in there with you guys.
Oh,
and
yeah.
getting in there too. So,
That's the best way to do it.
I like your ball fitting because if you put your data in and then you go in and put something different in, it's going to change. It's not going to give you the same golf ball.
That's also true.
Yeah, that's the truth. Yeah.
So
There's a real
Yeah,
algorithm.
you're looking at, trying out golf ball fitting. Go to their website. They have a very simple form and an advanced form.
Yeah,
basically,
exactly.
to do that as well too. So thank you very much.
Yeah,
Adam.
Thanks,
thank
Adam.
you guys.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Yeah.
Thanks,
Thank
Adam.
you. Have a good rest of the show.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Now, there's a gentleman sitting off to the side who just come on over.
Just come on.
Yeah, we'll just welcome you in, I guess.
As we talk about
So we'd like to welcome to the show here.
For the second time.
Second time.
Hey!
One of our first shows, actually.
He was early on.
Early
He was
in
on
the
early
year.
on. Yeah.
So
he's not carrying around a golf bag
Bradley
with him today,
Putters,
but
folks.
No
I got
golf bag.
tired doing that. That was
you just went down to 3 today?
just 2. Yeah, they
Just 2.
Yeah,
Oh, it's just a head cover there.
Yeah.
But you didn't even bring the mud horn.
No, so the problem is walking around here, I had to carry the bag on one shoulder, and it's just I was walking like this all day, and it was painful. I'm too old for
I'll
that.
tell
You
you
switched
what,
sides today, and then you bounced
so
back
I
out,
wanted to,
so.
but it doesn't work that way. It's just
Yeah,
awkward.
right.
So for the
I
OG
slept
don't
well
know,
last
this
night.
is
I was-
this is Bradley Putters right here. One
Bradley
of the most
Converse from Bradley
innovative,
Putters.
putters that are out there custom to the custom.
Yeah, custom for me means something very different. Like custom means you can't get it off a shelf.
Yes.
Like custom means custom for you, not that I customize
Let's
it.
take one and get it up on camera.
Yeah, here. So
Which one do you want to put?
Do the dog one first.
All right, I
Yeah,
like that.
so these are basically one of a kind, individually created putters.
Unless you order them for your groomsmen, and then there might be a series of 12 of them made. But
Sure, but then even that, I'll make them from the same piece of wood, so that they would all be, from the tree that you guys grew up playing in.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, and then each one would have something personalized for each groomsman. So yeah, those are fun to do, but it's more than just throw a name on there. It's like, what's your inside joke? What?
Yeah.
What?
I lost it on the way back to the seat. I don't know.
Oh no! I hate when that happens. But yeah, this one, the guy, owns an aviation company, loves his dog, so that's his dogs on the front of his boat on the lake that's a picture he sent, and I put that on.
Well, that's the great thing that you do is you listen to the customer and make it specifically for them, not just to their fitting, like to their life and personality.
Yeah, no, it's fit for them too, but it's a half-hour phone call. It's what makes you tick. What stories do you want to tell on the course? Like let's start there and then work back to how can we make a putter that's going to beg that question.
Yeah.
Well, and you've said this to me. You and I've talked quite a bit.
Yeah.
And you said to me,
you call me all the time, and I love it.
He calls everybody all the time.
Yeah.
about once a month, but okay. One of the things you said to me is, I want a putter that tells a story. I want to build a putter that's going to tell a story. And I think that, to me, in one of the things that we talk about a lot is we love the idea of customization. We love the idea of building your own and having your own. So when you can build a putter that tells a story, you've posted some online that are great stories.
Yeah.
Like some of your ones that you've put online are amazing stories along the way.
Well, I've had people tell me they've seen their dad cry 3 times in their life. Twice were at funerals, and once was when they got their Bradley putter, because it had such special elements in it, like their dad's special walking canes that he had.
Yeah.
I was able to incorporate those into the putter. And when he recognized that, he's like, those were my dad's, and he gets to come on the walk with me every time I go golfing now.
Yeah.
That's going to make grown men cry.
I mean, and you've done some work for some pretty amazing people. Like, I think I can say it. I don't think as you posted it, so I can say it. Russell Wilson, you used his baseball bats when he played baseball.
Yeah, he played for the Yankees in spring training and made a couple putters out of those bats that he used. That was cool.
Yeah.
Made putters for CEO of Intel. Made putters. I've had friends get invited to Augusta, and so they wanted putters made for the members there, just as a thank you. And so put Magnolia Lane on top, hole 12 on the bottom.
That's how we do it. We buy a Bradley putter.
Yeah.
Gets us to a
Augusta.
It was the other way around, but yeah.
But you've had some where in each putter, you don't just have a rack of things you're going to, and you're building, each of these putters for that person.
Absolutely.
Each piece of wood,
Hand selected.
is hand selected for that person. That you just don't have a wall like, oh, I'm going to go put this one and this one together. It's the ultimate level of customization, for golf. And we talked about it on our show. Like, a lot of people get them and I'm just going to hang this on my wall. These are tour conforming putters that you can take out, use them in your round. This is equipment that's meant to be. It's a piece of art, but it's meant to be used in your round of golf.
Well, if it's hanging on your wall, very few people are going to see that. Your closest friends, if that. If you take it to the course and you're playing, you're on the putting green with it, someone's going to recognize it. I mean, you can pull out a circle tee, and it's great putter, wins tour events, but no one is going to ask you about it. There are very few people that are going to recognize how cool of a putter it is. You could pull out any one of my most basic putters, and they're like, that's different. What's going on there? And it gives you a chance to tell the story about your dad, your kids, what you do for work, your favorite hobbies, you name it. You're going to get asked about it.
Yeah. No, that's
you have a Bradley putter. I have a Bradley putter.
Right?
But I think it's more like what is that? And that's such a unique and custom thing. So.
Yeah. But early on, it was cool. I had people a few months in up in Canada and say people would be a fairway over and recognize wait, is that a Bradley putter? And they'd want to come see it. That was wild early on.
Yeah.
There's so many cool people here.
So
I know. Congrats.
Yeah.
Are you guys on?
We
Yeah,
are.
we're
Give
on.
us a second.
That's the joy of the PGA Show.
No, come back here.
We'll bring you on in a second. We're live right now.
Well, that's what's cool is this used to be back in a little room, and now we're literally right on the main strip.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
what we love about the show.
the
This
joys
happens.
of being live right now.
Worse people could have done that. So.
Yeah.
Right. So.
That's how we want it done. So.
Yeah.
That's
But
perfect.
No, Brad. Hey, thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And it's always great to see you on the East Coast. If you're not
I don't
familiar,
get
Bradley
often
Putters,
enough.
go follow his Instagram account because there's always something cool on there too.
Always
Bradley
something
Putters
different and crazy. And,
on Instagram.
Yeah, fun to show off.
Thanks. Where's the right-handed one?
Get out of here. Get out of here. Well, that's the thing. Like, these are, I made these 4 clients. I got permission to take them here, but like, I don't have stock. Like, I work on like a dozen putters at a time, max. And so when I come to the show, I take the putters that I'm currently working on. So, gentlemen, so good. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys around.
We'll see you around.
Well, you kind of saw our next guest.
You did.
On
We're
the
gonna
show.
slide down. We're gonna do a little move.
You guys move on down. Move it back there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's your bag. That's your bag. All right. Well, we're gonna welcome in. So much.
For sure. Appreciate the opportunity.
Steve, nice to meet you.
Absolutely. Nice to meet you, Steve.
This is awesome. I'm so excited about this.
I have been
now.
stoked about this.
When
I got my J's on right now. So.
Let's do it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Here.
You guys do you. That's
We're really flexible. So first off,
have fun. Yeah.
what do we need to do? What do you need to do?
Get them.
Right there.
Yeah, perfect.
So first off, Earl, you and I met a year and a half or so ago. There was a cool event here in town at Eagle Creek Golf Club, and you were the instructor.
Yeah.
I was the caddy that day. I was caddying in that group.
Uh-huh.
And it was a fun day, and you and I got talking and love the brand. And to see you guys from where you've gone a year and a half ago to now, like
It's incredible.
it's incredible. Like it's awesome. And then we were actually by your booth yesterday. We're sitting there, and J.R. Smith walks in.
I mean, that's a perfect example, of what we built. It's a place where, you guys can come, feel welcome, but then you got NBA champions can come and feel welcome. And it wasn't even a thing where, like, he beelined out of there. He was kicking it, taking photos. He was very, super down to earth. So I think that's just a prime example of what we built.
You built such a fun brand. And you're taking something that sometimes can be a very bland sport out there, and you're bringing some great fun into it, and bringing like basketball and fun with like J.R. Smith in there. I said we wanted to walk up to J.R. Smith yesterday and be like, "Oh man, I heard you play basketball too."
So just really fortunate, man. I mean, having the opportunity to build something that's as fun as you guys would say. I mean, it's showing another light to golf that it can be different. So as long as we continue to be ourselves.
And I love the logo. I gotta say, the first time I saw that on a shoe, I was like, "Man, I need to get one of those." It's just a classy logo right there. So,
Why don't you start at the beginning? Where did Eastside come from?
Yeah, so I'm from East Atlanta, and I've been playing golf since I was 6 years old. That's when I got introduced to the game. Played golf through middle school, high school, and ended up getting a golf scholarship at Morehouse College. And that's where me and Earl met. We won a national championship in 2010. And then he graduated in 2011. I graduated in 2012. After I graduated, I turned pro in golf. Did that for a couple of years. But it got to a point I just couldn't afford it anymore. I was taking up jobs. I was literally making pitch decks on why people should actually sponsor me, going to corporations, law offices, doctors, lawyers, whoever would listen, And so had to give up my dream of being a pro golfer and start my corporate career. So I was in commercial vehicle finance for about 9 years and was about to become, I financed tractors, trailers, construction equipment. It was my job to scale companies from 1 to 3 trucks all the way up to 25 to 30 trucks. So I did that for 9 years, and I was just like, damn, I want to play golf. I want to turn back pro again. But like I said, I knew it'd be hard to find sponsors, So, you know what? One thing led into another. Let me just make a logo of myself, It was just going to be me. I put it on my polo and put it on my bag. I showed it to him. He was just like, yo, you need to put that on a T-shirt. So I was like, let me put it on a T-shirt, put on a Gildan, iron on, and I went downtown Detroit, maybe got stopped 120, 130 times in 2 to 3 hours. Just like, who are you? What's that logo? Where can I get it? And do you play golf? From there, I was just like, damn, I got something. He was just like, well, I'm busy. Run with it. So end up making about 9 different SKUs. So sweatshirts, T-shirts, socks, lapel pins, umbrellas, hats, you know, and the first 3,000 orders I shipped out from my apartment in Detroit myself.
Nice.
You know, so from there, I was just like, damn, we definitely got something. Or I definitely got something, but I wanted to go down to the PGA show and see what the golf world thought about it. I saw what normal world thought about it, but this is a different world than just regular golf world. So what did the golf world think about it? But before I pass it off to Earl, the main thing was I was tired of being told no. I mean, I wanted to play professional golf, and nobody would sponsor me. So at the end of the day, why not start a business and take the entrepreneur route and sponsor myself? And that's when I created the brand.
So you created Viral yourself.
Yeah, this is me.
Yeah. It was just you found a simple thing that you had a passion about, and then now made it into this whole icon. And not many people out there can say their logo is an icon. You're one of those people who can. So that's awesome.
Appreciate you. Now, you guys have done something cool that nobody else has ever done. And let's talk about the shoes.
Yeah.
Why don't you go into that story?
I mean, look, it was so we're very fortunate to meet CJ Paul, Chris Paul's brother, another NBA connection there, and he made some connections to some folks over at Jordan Brand, and got on a chance to pitch directly to MJ, and so that conversation, obviously very nervous, and we were kind of prepping.
I've been on that driving range with MJ, and I was nervous.
So,
my wife works in the NBA.
So we just jumped right in, and we were fortunate enough to do what we do. And he was like, "Man, you two have two amazing stories. We tell the best stories till we sign them yet." And the rest has just been history. We started out with the AJ4, and it just went viral again, as you said. Like, it was one of the first market collabs in Jordan golf footwear history, and then it was really the first shoe that you saw this world and the sneaker world all grappling for one pair of shoes. Because when you think about it, it was a spiked shoe, it had a spike on the bottom, it's a golf functioning shoe. Everyone just loved the design that put together on it, and then from there we did 5 shoes. Last year we did 3 shoes, and we just keep moving, with that Nike Jordan family.
I got a buddy of mine. We do a golf league together, and he always has Jordans out there too. So we had one time we had the 11s on, or not the 11s, the 12s on. And we walked up. We're like, all right, one of us got to go change. We can't be wearing the same shoes today. And people were making fun of us, but we went out and played well that day. And I love the 6s that you have over there with the green and gold colorway. I'm gonna come get a pair of those. So I'll tell you right now, that's where I'm headed. It's fantastic because you brought a shoe, and it's such a functional golf shoe. It's not like a lot of people out there think that you took a Jordan and you took a basketball shoe and you just put spikes in the bottom. You didn't do that.
No.
You actually made a functional golf shoe that actually creates balance and fits your game out there, which is something that most people don't think. And also, it looks good too. So
the new Jordan silhouettes, new Nike silhouettes, very comfortable.
Yeah,
we've been working with them over 3 years now, and I mean, just improvement after improvement every year. The 3 drops we've had, everybody says, "Man, these shoes are." I mean, they're walking shoes.
I wear my ones that I have on right now. The golf ones are every day to walk around more than my actual ones. They're so much more comfortable. It's amazing out there.
So Earl, let's talk about your background. What? We've heard your story. Where's your story? How'd you get here?
So kind of pick it up. So again, we met in college. After college, became a PGA professional. So I was fortunate enough to work at some really good golf courses. So I worked at the PGA Golf Club in Port St. Lucie, Florida. Was really just an intern there, and then involved to an assistant. Then I went to Detroit Golf Club, the home of the Rocket Morgan. First African American golf pro there on staff. And then I got a call to come back home to Wilmington Country Club because I'm originally from Wilmington, Delaware. And
BMW, right?
Yeah, they had the BMW championship there. And then 2016, I was named Golf Digest, one of the best teachers in America. So I have a really, an accomplished background in the world of golf, and have done a lot. And so, as can attest, I think that's the power in our dynamic is like he's unbelievably creative and a friendship, the best, that bond that we have there, winning together, but we come from 2 different angles, but we're rooted kind of in the same cause. And, for us coming together, we combine those expertise, and it really comes out and the brand and the people that we connect and the people that we meet. And so for me, it's always been a passion of mine, walking these floors, seeing this, to now see this come to full circle. Man, this is incredible. And, you know, recently we just announced closing of our seed round and EP Golf Ventures, which includes the PGA and Elysian Park.
Yep.
So we raised $3.4 million. And so huge accomplishment.
Yeah, that's huge.
And to have, you know, these folks and partners behind it, we're just so excited about all the things we can do in the future.
So what's next? I mean, and you were here. What's next? Like, what's next for you guys?
So a couple of things. So we have our women's line coming out. Awesome. That's going to be coming out in March. And we have a big collaboration that we aren't even doing with men's. We're doing with women's starting out. So
that's amazing.
Can't wait to present that to the world in March. That's going to be a big moment. And then we also have tournaments. So working on a pro tournament, partnering with the APGA.
Okay, great.
We're working on
awesome.
an HBCU National Championship. It might be in Augusta somewhere. We're trying to figure that out. There we go. I like it. Yeah, and then lastly, our invitational. So that's going to be in New York.
Liberty
National. I'm from New Jersey, so I grew up right across from the city over there.
Yeah. So just having all of these different ways of showing validity with Eastside Golf. Everybody says it's a cool brand, what fun brand, like as we've heard, and just some things that, you know, you guys aren't actually golfers type thing, but now they're starting to see us actually.
I've seen him at a golf ball. I know what he can do.
I know he's a golfer.
So, you know,
you guys got game.
As golfers, you know, with a clothing brand line, are you looking at the show overall here? Are you looking at it from you got to put two different hats on when you're walking around the show. Mm-hmm. How do you feel as golfers walking around the show, but how do you feel as clothing line ambassadors walking around the show, seeing everything?
I have two different feelings. So when I walk down this way, I get excited. Y'all see these simulators and these new golf clubs? Crazy. Like, I'm not even going to start naming it, but they already know who they are. They got some great equipment. Mostly everybody over there has great equipment. I mean, you got a great golf swing, you're going to get almost the same result out of everybody. And then, you know, moving over to this side, we've heard repeatedly, I mean, we're the most fun that people have had. We're more like the most attractive booth. I'm gonna guess when we stopped by yesterday, you guys could have doubled the square footage of your booth, and it still would have been hard.
We also love that newspaper that you created. That just those simple touches that you have out there is what helps make that brand. But it was just even crowded. Like sometimes you hate when you're crowded in those booths. Your booth, I was crowded, and I'm like, I'm still fun to be in here.
It's a good vibe. It's a good vibe.
Sure.
I think for me, walking around, like, I'm just excited to see the show open and thriving. You know what I mean? As a PGA professional, as someone just excited to be in golf, as a fan of the game. I mean, to see the expo, they opened up a whole new area. That means that it's growth. You know what I mean? Where the fashion show was, and that cost, but it's like it's worth that investment. So I'm really pleased with that. I think it's definitely younger. I'm seeing less sport coats. You know what I mean? Less kind of that, you know, traditional, like having fun. So, and then, you know, seeing you guys, the opportunity to see more new faces, you know what I mean? That you don't feel like you have to be, quote unquote, a PGA professional to have opportunities in this space. So I'm excited about that. And then when it comes to Eastside Golf, I think we really nailed it. And just being us, you know what I mean? Like I keep talking about it, but if you look at our booth too, everybody else has like these tall walls, and we don't have that. So we have this very welcoming and inviting space. And so we didn't know what other people were doing because you don't get to see everyone's rendering, right? Like you're making your rendering. That decision was made probably back in October, honestly. And so to see back in October us just inward saying, all right, this is what we want. Like this is how we want to design our booth. We weren't thinking about nobody else, and it would distinctly come out and be completely different. It's, you know, it's just a testament to, you know, our incubator system internally. Folks that we have, we're doing something right.
I've always said that Friday they should really make jeans and t-shirt day here at the PGA Show.
Love that idea.
Just to make that loosen it up. Like there's no reason for like again, we're here on a podcast. We're trying to look professional. We're trying to do these things, but like I feel like Fridays pretty. You've been here before. Like it should be more of a laid back day.
Yes, happy day too. I love that idea.
You know, like do something to kind of loosen up the.
All right, what's up, Seth?
The white blazers. You know, we need to loosen up the white blazers.
You see that? I feel it's half and half. It's blazers, but then it's more casual.
Yeah.
And I feel when you're on the golf course, it is that casual look. I don't want that like blazer look while I'm in there. Yeah, we're doing deals, but we're all golfers at heart.
Yeah.
Correct.
And what do you wear on a golf course?
Varsity jacket.
Varsity jacket. I will say
That is a
nice.
great
Those
jacket.
are
I
nice.
love the varsity jacket.
Appreciate
That is an amazing jacket. We saw one walking around on
Like,
we're out at
Let's
Oh
change
yeah,
the
that was
blazers
John
out
Boydman.
for the varsity jackets.
Yeah, there we go.
That'll be next
There
year.
it is.
Let's rock those.
I'm voting for that. I'm voting for that.
We're starting the trend.
I'm calling the new varsity jacket the new blazer.
There you go.
There you go.
Look, you heard it here first. I like that.
on here on the Tavern. That's who I
There
guess.
it is. Straight right here.
Right up, right here.
No,
Start the trend.
you know, we're big believers in having fun on the golf course. We listen to music. We do all those things that, you know, you think that someone who's closing in on 50 wouldn't be doing. But, you know, we're turning that music up. We're having a good time. And you guys have accentuated having that great time on the golf course and having fun and being able to be yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, who would have thought 3 years ago that hoodies would be in?
Yeah.
Like, let's be real. Like,
Yeah.
and now, like, everybody's got a hoodie. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
And, you know, you're wearing one right now, and it
Yeah.
looks great. And
Yeah, for
like, I feel like you guys have taken what has come from even the hoodie form and moved forward with it,
Yep.
and are taking it to that next level of
Yeah.
where I think golf needs to go and what's being developed. So, you know, first off, thank you for what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for just being able to be you and put out something that's not the same. Like, you know, this show has had the joke of the sea of khakis, and I refuse to wear khakis coming in here.
That's
Like,
about as close as you're gonna
I
get.
told them that I will not wear khaki pants to the show. Like, I refuse. So, you know, you guys are even taking it well beyond that, and you know, it's exciting to see where you are now, but it's also going to be really exciting to see
Yeah, we got a lot
a year
to
from
go.
now, 5 years from now,
Yeah.
where you can go. You know, I think back to some brands that I've known that have been coming here for 10 years and started off in a 10x10, and now they're in a 30x30.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Yeah.
and I see you guys at, again,
Yeah.
double, triple your blue
Uh-huh,
size,
uh-huh.
you know.
Yeah,
and
next
I want to
year
see if you're
it's
going to have that
Callaway
color.
size.
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
gonna have that color.
Honestly, like that. Well, look, you know
It's a
what?
nightclub
We're gonna
event.
get like it's gonna be a noise complaint. They're gonna like, yo, tell Eastside to cut that music. Yeah, we can't do this.
Oh, that'd be the way to see it. I love that.
Yes. No, but I mean, I want to thank you all too, man. This is a part of our community, and we really appreciate and embrace you all. And happy you guys come by the booth, support the brand. Like we tell people, at the end of the day, it's like you all would make it special. You know what I mean? That fundamentally, it's just clothing, but it's the way that the clothing make you feel. It's the way that you inviting us on your show, taking the time. I hope you see that we're, you know, excited to be here. I've really enjoyed talking to you all. So this is fun.
I've been super stoked. You guys were the ones I was so happy that you were coming on our show.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. Keep doing it.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
keep
It
up, man.
Where-
is what the golf
Where
industry
can
needs.
people find your clothing line?
Yeah.
Where
So
can they
you can
find
go to eastsidegolf.com. It's Eastside Golf on Instagram, Eastside Golf on X. It used to be formerly Twitter. It's Eastside Golf everywhere. And then also, we encourage everyone to download our app. So it's on the Apple Store. It's on Android. Yeah, pull out your phone.
I don't know, my phone went.
It costs you,
Where'd your phone
Oh,
go?
he's taking
it costs you no money to get it. It's a free app, but it's gives you access to all of our latest drops, footwear,
Sometimes discounts.
discounts, putting exclusive content on there. So that's where to go if you want to, you know, really be a part of that community. Because those shoes go fast. So
Oh, yeah.
the shoes are on the way, and you know we also have a Nike account and a Jordan account. So we're constantly dropping shoes. So get that app.
And like we tell everybody, they're making things for you to wear. Don't put them in a box.
Yes, sir.
Collect them. Wear them
Take
out.
them out
Yes,
the
sir. I'm
course.
with you. I'm wearing them. I'm wearing them. Sorry,
Oh,
take
my
them out the
goodness.
course.
Wear it with some jeans.
Yeah, we got
We
it.
got
He's
a
in a t-shirt. Look at that.
He's
I
in
went to
Friday.
work.
We're
Yeah,
gonna work
because
on that.
I'm keeping that word in my
We heard it
day
here
job,
first.
so.
casual.
Exactly.
Awesome.
That's what it is.
So big thanks to Eastside Golf coming on here.
Yes.
This is a
Thank
great
Earl,
way
last
for us
one,
to
thank you
end our
guys.
day
Yeah.
here today, and we're really looking forward to talking to you guys. And
Man, I'll tell you
things
right now,
to do
I
right here,
got
yeah.
home and told my wife last night, I was like, we've got Eastside Golf coming on.
I was
She's like,
telling
we were
her,
there.
everybody.
And I show her the stuff, and she's like, man, that's actually pretty cool.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
For sure. Appreciate you.
Thank you all. Appreciate it. Thanks for taking the time.
No problem.
Thanks for having me. Awesome meeting you, man. Awesome meeting you.
Yeah.
Thank you,
guys.
Yeah.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Yeah.
Oh, they want to get a photo.
We're gonna get a quick photo.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
yeah, we're still
We're,
live.
right, oh, we're still live. We're gonna do this.
We're gonna do this.
There we go.
Go in.
Here. We'll just do
Yeah, we'll
this.
just
Get out of the way.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you.
We got one more photo. We got one more photo.
One more photo. One more photo. Our guy. Our hype guy's taking it.
Yeah.
I'll take a long ways too.
Yeah. This is what we do live. This is what the people want.
People get to see. Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, guys. All right. We'll see you guys later.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thank you
it.
so much.
My contact.
Yeah. Perfect. Well, thank you everyone for watching today.
Yeah. What a show. What a way
What a
to
fun.
what a way to end
Yeah.
the day here today.
Oh,
Well,
those guys.
we're gonna still keep going, but you know it's the end of the tavern here
Yeah.
today. We still got some more things going on.
I'm staying by Eastside. I'm gonna hang out there the rest of the day.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds good to me. Like,
So we got some fun things.
they get a couch down there. We can put our feet up. It's been a long day,
Yeah.
so long 2 days. So
Thank you everyone for coming out today.
Yes.
Still some more days left in the show. We're gonna have some fun. Keep looking for some content on our Instagram and Facebook. And with that, guys,
deuces.
cheers.
Deuces. Thank you. We talked about growing the game and doing some different things.
Oh, nice.
And I want to bring